Hello! Have you been waiting all day long for me to do my Tip Tuesday? I know you have. And I've been so busy, I haven't even had time to think about it, but I do not want to let a Tuesday go by without sharing a tip with you. So, first tip. I want to share with you, just a second, I can get it, this amazing new cup that I found. Okay? My father-in-law told me about it. It says Bubba on it. Do you see it? And it comes from Walmart. It's only $15, but let me tell you how amazing this cup is. If you put ice in it in the morning, by the time you go to bed at night, there will still be ice in this cup. If you took this cup, this one right here, and you put it in your car in the summer with heat, and you have it in there for several hours, when you get back to your drink, there's still ice in it. Can you hear? Let me tell you, I put this ice, the Sonic Ice is the best ice in the world. There's a tip for you right there. Go get yourself a bag of Sonic Ice. But I put Sonic Ice in it yesterday at 5 o'clock at night. I put it in the fridge. And this morning I got my drink back out of the fridge. And it is like 5 o'clock. Do you hear that? There's still ice in it from this morning. And it's Sonic Ice, the little one. So you'd think that it would be melted, but it's not. So go ahead and get yourself one of these cups. $15. It's Bubba. And it is metal, but you can hear that. But it's not, the straw isn't, and it's just awesome. You have to get it. Okay, next tip for the day. I had 4 boys go through school, and I think I discovered this tip on the very last one, and that is how to go through flashcards. Now you might think, well, I don't have any children, so this doesn't really matter to me. But what if you're studying for a test? Or what if you want to learn something new, like a language, like go learn Spanish? So here's a way to do flashcards that aren't overwhelming. Sometimes we get like 100 words and we want to learn something. I just did this with my sister-in-law to help her with some medical words, terminology. So this is how you do it. First of all, I'm going to reverse this. Here we go. You see these flashcards? First thing you do is you pick only like 4. Don't overwhelm yourself or your child by doing all 100 at once. Pick 4 flashcards of words that you want them to learn. And the first thing you do is you say, do you know any of these words? And you let them discover for themselves if they happen to know them. So they might take a look at that list and they might say, I know ball. I know ball. And so then they take away the ball. And so you'd ask them, do you know any other words? And if they say, I don't know any other words, then tell them, well, there's a word on there that starts with k, 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 and it's the word cat. Do you think you can find it? And what's awesome about that is then they start to use their context clues, and they start looking at each of the cards to see if they could find the k, 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 cat. So they might not remember it this time, but they'll pick it up, and next time you lay down, they will put the clues together and think, I know that word, that's cat. So then you leave the 2 words behind that they don't know yet. For example, the I and the you. And you tell them, do you know these words? And if they don't know these words, you can give them a little clue. Like there's a word that is the word I, and it only has 1 letter. Can you guess which one it is? And you let them feel clever. You let them put clues together on which word it is. Then you line up all 4 cards again, and you say, do you know any of these words? And they start to put together. Maybe they'll remember ball for sure. They'll remember cat. They will remember I. You might have to prompt them. But what it does is it teaches them to pick up on context clues, which is what you want them to do with reading anyway. Now, this might help for little kids, but it also helps for adults when you're learning, like I said, if you're going back to school and hi, by the way, I'm just ignoring all these hearts. I shouldn't. I'm sorry. I'm just so into the details here. Sammy Jo, Dana is amazing photographer. Ronnie, Kylie, thanks so much for joining us. I know Jerry, I saw was on earlier. So the whole point is don't overwhelm them for 1. 2, let them use the cues that they already have at their disposal, and it will teach them to do the same thing so that they can, hi Kylie, they will start to pick up on cues as they're reading and as they're taking tests. It will help them to learn. I can put together the clues that I already know to learn these words. And then when you lay them down again, they feel like they have success. You go through those 4 cards, and then when you're ready, add 1 more in. Or add 1 more in, maybe like 6 tops. And then once they feel really good about that set, then you go to another one. All right, well, while we're at it, I'm going to add another tip. I'm just full of tips today. So Bubba drinking water to keep your ice all day long. How to do flashcards where you're not overwhelming them and you're teaching them context clues. And the next one is called spelling basketball. So my son, when he was learning his spelling words, we would go outside and he would bounce the ball for every letter. So for example, if he was doing the word ball, he would go B, A, L, L. And sometimes they'd have him switch hands. And so this is working on not only coordination, but if he's switching hands, one hand for B, the next hand for A, it's using both hemispheres of his brain to try to get in those spelling words. And we found so much success at that. And it was fun, it was active, and we're out there playing too. And so as we're doing the ball and bouncing, and sometimes we would even on one bounce, if it was a sound combination, you'd have to say S-H-O-U-T, spells shout. And so he was able to learn his spelling. And oh, good, Sammy, I'm glad that this is helping. So 3 tips for the day. Get the cup, which is awesome, at Walmart. Bubba. Use the flashcards. Don't overwhelm. Let them use their context clues. And get out and do some spelling basketball. Anything that uses your physical body with your brain can increase the learning. Even better if you can use something that uses the right hand of your body and the left hand of your body. It will really get into helping them learn those spelling words. If you don't want to play basketball, you can have them slap their knees. B-A-L-L. And I realize you can't see me do that, but you're going to have to use your imagination. So those are your tips for Tip Tuesday. I hope you look for me on Friday, Fun to Be You Friday. And I don't even know who I'm going to interview yet, but it's going to be someone down at Women Ignite, Idaho. So it's bound to be awesome. So go ahead and leave any comments here. I'd love to see if you watch this video so that I am not just talking to the 4 people that I see on now, which is awesome. Thanks for being here. And look for my Fun to Be You Friday. As always, you can find me at Kayla-Leah.com. Have a great day. Bye. Oh, I'm off to dinner, which by the way, my son is making, because nobody said that I have to be in charge for dinner. I can just delegate that to somebody else. Have a great day. Bye.